Start recording now. I know, I'm the worst. What? Yeah, or just if you guys want to go back and watch it later. Sorry, I forgot. I know. I do it all the time. I should. But then that's one of those things where like you'd stop seeing it because it's always there. Okay, other questions? I'm recording now. Recording now. Questions? 1 through 17? Yeah, John. Which one? 13. Ah, yes, 13. Okay, parallel versus perpendicular. How do you, if you look at the equation of two lines, how do you know they're parallel?
If they have the same slope.
Same slope, technically a different y-intercept. So in order to be parallel to that line, you need a slope of 4, right? So what is the slope of a line parallel to that?
4.
The slope would have to be 4. Okay, if they said write the equation of a line parallel to that, y equals 4x plus 2, y equals 4x minus 19, okay? Any number behind it other than a -6 is great. Other questions? John?
How would you do it if it was perpendicular?
Ah, good question. What if we wanted to be perpendicular, like the question right above it? Opposite reciprocal. And then your y-intercept doesn't matter because it's not going to be the same line regardless, right? So if your slope right here is a -2/3, then your perpendicular slope has to flip over and change the sign. So it would be a +3/2 for the slope of that one. Okay, so here's a question for you. What if I said go perpendicular to y equals 1/4 x plus 2 through the point 1, 6. Do you remember how to do that? Here's another thing I would put on your cheat sheet. Remember point slope form? Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, right? That's point slope. You need a point and you need a slope. We have a point, x1, y1, and we have a slope, but we want to be perpendicular to that slope. What is perpendicular to a slope of 1/4?
4.
-4. Okay, so your perpendicular slope is going to be a -4. So you're going to use this and this to put it into point slope form, right? So it's going to be y, oh goodness, sorry, I need to unplug. Y minus your y value, y minus 6, equals perpendicular -4 times x minus your x value, which is 1. So that would be the equation of a line perpendicular to this line through that point. What else?
Can you go over what numbers? 14.
The kite?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a kite, which you can see from the markings, and they tell you that in the problem. What do you know about a kite? Perpendicular diagonals, right? So angle 1 is going to be 90 along with all the rest of those. What's angle 2? 51. These ones here are the same. Okay, so 2 is 51 degrees. How do you find 3? Right. You have this triangle, so it's 90 plus 51 plus the measure of angle 3 is going to be 180. So take away, what is that, 141. So the measure of angle 3 is 39 degrees. Okay, same with this one. This one would be 39 also. So these ones bisect, these ones bisect, but the other ones don't cut the angles in half, right? They don't bisect. Other questions?
Remember is Tamara passed her road test, right?
Hypothesis, conclusion, hypothesis. So your conclusion, it went hypothesis is true, conclusion is true. They gave you the hypothesis back, so you say the conclusion back. Tamara will get her driver's license. Right? This is if P, then Q, and they say P is true. Remember, that's the if P, then Q, and they say P is true.
I don't know what that.
Then you say Q will be true. You say Tamara got her driver's license. Jessica.
For 11B, it's not enough information, but like it's a specific reason. Like you cancel out the first two parts if a tree has.
Right. You just can't make a statement out of it. These are the same thing. Then the tree is healthy. Then the tree might be a birch tree. Doesn't make sense, right? So you cannot have two conclusions to make a new conclusion. You need hypothesis and a conclusion. What else? Yeah. Anything else 1 through 17 that you're not sure about? You're going to put this down, right? Conditionals if P then Q. Converse is if Q then P. Inverse is if not P then not Q. Contrapositive is if not Q then not P. Which ones have the same truth value? Do you remember?
Middle and the top.
The first and last have to be the same, true or false. And then the middle two have to be the same, true or false. So you can go true, 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 true. You can go false, 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 false. You can go true, false, false, true. Or you can go false, true, true, false. But you cannot go true, false, true, false. Or false, true, false, true. Okay? Anything else from those? Pretty good.
Number 11 would be if it is Tuesday, Harlan brings a sack lunch, right? You cross out the meatloaf part.
Tuesday, cafeteria serving meatloaf, cafeteria serving meatloaf. So if it is Tuesday, then Harlan brings a sack lunch. Yep. Anything else? Okay. You have a lot of time right now, a lot of time. Here's what I recommend. Yes, you have 17 more problems to do for homework. So if you want to use these next 40 minutes to do those 17 problems and make sure you're understanding them, go for it. If you want to use these next 40 minutes to get your notes out and make a 4x6 card and start putting things onto a 4x6, that would be a great idea also. Or if you just have questions for me and you want me to come help you out with different questions that you're not sure of, you can do that right now too. But I'm going to let you use this space to prepare for your final. So either getting your 4x6 card ready or doing the last 17 questions. This is not do nothing and play a game on your iPad or scroll through Instagram on your phone. That's not what this is for. If that were the case, then I'm just going to throw more problems at you and we're just going to keep working. But I want you to have the time and space to prep well, okay? So if you have questions about like, is this a good thing to put on my cheat sheet? Let me know. I'm happy to answer that for you. Or just questions in general about anything. You have 40 minutes of your teacher who wrote your final exam in the room with you. Ask away, okay?